Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Vanessa and I am an author from Toronto, Canada, and I publish under the pen name and Sage. I write mystery, fantasy. Currently am in the midst of writing a gothic romantasy series. So I am all over the place when it comes to writing. And I'm also all over the place when it comes to my planning and things that I use to help me in my writing and my creative career in general. And I realized recently that we have not yet had a mid-year planner lineup because I'm gearing up for all new planners and all new ways of working around my schedule, my very hectic schedule, and how I'm going to help myself get organized. So I figured we should do one, and that's what you can expect in this video. Now, if you do want to see more planner videos, stationery videos, but also writing related videos, tips and advice on writing, things that I learned along the way of publishing books, both as an indie and a traditionally published author, then make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any new notifications about videos that are coming up. But today it is all about the planners. If you have not caught up to my latest author chat where I kind of talked about some of the changes that are upcoming and possibly coming to my life, then make sure you watch it. I'll link it somewhere in the cards throughout this video. But there were some big changes that happened in my life. First of all, my romantasy got picked up. My publisher is on board with going forward with it as a full series. And so now my butt is in gear working on book number 2 while my editor just tears apart the first book for me to work on. So I figured I want to get a heads up start on that. But as I'm working on that, I am also working on a million other things. I am slowly winding down my coaching business, and I am kind of diminishing some of the extra things that I was doing for cover design, focusing more on writing and some covers and just minimal coaching, because I did, in fact, start a full-time job elsewhere. I was missing being around people. I was missing being in the office. I was missing talking to adults and not just hanging out with a 3-year-old and talking about Peppa Pig. As much as I absolutely adore spending time with my daughter, working from home was a bit hectic. It was hard with all the changes happening in publishing. I did not want to rely on just my entrepreneurial finances, I guess, and career, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. And I just needed more stability in my life. And honestly, I needed benefits. Like I said if you want to hear me talk about all this personal stuff, go to the author chat. Today is about the planners. So I started a new job. I am in office, which means that the way that I'm going to schedule my time is going to be very, very different. So guess what? I needed new planners. Of course I did. So before this, I was kind of using an Erin Condren planner for just like everything. And now I realize I have to separate certain things out because obviously, I am going to be working, in a different company. And so I want that to be very separate from all the stuff that I do for like writing and cover design and coaching and all that fun stuff. And so, I needed different ways to organize myself. Now, my work that I'm in, it's hybrid. So I'm in the office part-time and I'm still working from home part-time, which is lovely and amazing and works out great. But I still need to be able to carry a planner back and forth. And I need to separate the things that I do like on the weekends and in the evenings, for my writing and covers and all that stuff from the stuff that I do like Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 kind of thing. So that's what this whole stack is for. I also have like a little book underneath here. You can't see it, but it's kind of part of like a new system that I want to try out. So I wanted to share it with you guys because I saw this book, I bought it, and I want to start kind of working through it. So it's kind of a planner because it's kind of a workbook, and I thought we could discuss that also. So I'm going to shift this out of the way. Woo! And we're going to talk about the first thing, which is a notebook. Not a planner, just a notebook. So I need somewhere to keep notes. I usually have Post-it notes kicking around and I was just tired of gathering them all. And now that I'm minimizing kind of what I have on my desk, I kind of wanted like a pretty little notebook. And I was walking in HomeSense. So HomeSense, if you're in the States, it's home. It's like Home Goods. It's TJX, same company, but in Canada. And so I found this notebook. I had to get it. It's literally nothing special. Inside, it is just a lined notebook. If you've seen lined notebooks, you've seen this notebook. There's nothing super special about the inside of this notebook. It's got a regular satin ribbon. However, what I really loved, Laura Ashley is the brand, by the way. What I loved about it is the color. I love this like Parisian kind of color on it, but I love the scallop edge and the gold detail on the spray edges. But the scalloped edge is really what got me, because I figured that if I have a small little planner that will sit on top of it, you can kind of see these little scallops from underneath. And I thought that was really cute. So I picked this up as my notebook. And the things that I'm going to be noting on this is basically over the weekends, and for my own stuff, like for writing, this is going to be my brainstorming, like something comes to me for a book in this Gothic series that I am working my way through in this romantasy. If something comes into my head for book 3 or 4 or something, then I'm going to just brainstorm my little heart out in here. So that's the plan for this one. It's going to live on my desk. It's going to live on my nightstand. Just carry it around with me. So that's my notebook for the year, or the rest of the year. And then my little planner. So I did mention that I downsized. Clearly, look at the size of this thing. I had an Erin Condren 7x9 coil planner before, and it was massive. It was huge. Oh, I have this did not come with a planner. I don't know why I threw it on there, because I didn't want it to like open up for some reason. But it was massive. I did not really need a planner that was quite so intense. Actually, let me zoom in on this one for you, because it's a bit smaller. So I didn't need anything that big. I like the idea of a bullet journal, but then let me show you what I was using until we got to August, which is kind of like when these other planners start. I was using this Luke Charm 1917 planner. So it's kind of like a mix of planner and bullet journal. And I really liked it. It did not have a lot of space for me to just fill with stickers or whatever, because I wasn't going to have a lot of time to do things like that anymore. And it was just what I needed. Like it would help me figure out like when my books are due, when certain edits are due, when I've got clients for cover design, when I've got coaching clients going on, and everything was in a small compact planner. And so I set out the mission to find a similar planner that was cute. And I found this one, and I don't know why. I kept looking at this planner and I'm like, I gotta get it. It's got a lobster in the front. It's pink with a lobster. It's cute. It's minimal. The cover is minimal, but super adorable. It's by DesignWorks Inks, and I got it at Indigo, and Indigo is basically the Barnes & Noble of Canada. I picked it up in Indigo when they first had their planner drop. I was stalking everybody's planner drop and waiting for them. But I really, really love this one. Again, because it's compact, this one has 2 ribbons, which I like. It's got this little things I'd rather not lose. Very cute little pocket in the back where I kind of put some stickers and an old Erin Condren like ruler in the back. Will I use them? I don't know. We'll see. The planner is very, very simple. It's got like the year 2025 to 2026, because it's the academic year planner stamped in the front. And it starts with, actually, let me open this up, because I did put my address in there already, and then I want that shown. But there's yearly overviews, which I already kind of started using a little bit. The yearly overviews go all the way to 2028. I don't know why I won't need that. But we've got important dates, birthdays, and anniversaries here. There's a holiday overview. There is a build tracker, which I really like. There's a bucket list and goals thing that I might use. I don't know. For this contacts page, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to cover this, and I'm actually going to make a little vision board for myself, which I think will be really, really cute. And then the way the layout works is, so the weekly layout looks kind of like this. And it's got your days here, and I like that it's got the same amount of days for every single day of the week, because sometimes you would get Saturday, Sunday kind of smushed together. And because I will be doing the majority of the work in this planner on these 2 days, I really needed a regular space to write on there. And I might even migrate into here for what I have to do. Then I like this kind of running to-do list, which I don't see very often, but I do like that because some things are not time sensitive. And then notes and doodles, which again is cute for notes or whatever I have going on there. And then we have the monthly. Again, very minimal, very simple, exactly what I need, where I can kind of plan out like what clients I have, what books coming up, if I have signings I'm doing, launches, newsletters that I have to be a part of. I'm going to be planning my Cortega special edition, which I'll link in the description below. I will be planning all of that release here. And so I'm pretty excited to use this planner. Again, another note section that's dot gridded, which is cute. There's a goal section here and a to-do list for the month. Very simple and exactly what I needed. Like, no fuss, right? And I just thought it was cute. And the colors look really, really nice together. And again, like, I liked how that you can see the little scallop kind of around the edge when they're stacked. So that's going to be living on my desk pretty much indefinitely. Now, I'll do my work planner in a second, but I found this kind of notebook while I was thrifting, and it is a very old daytimer. I really like the leather of it. It's kind of flopsy, which I love, and I like that there are refills in here, which I think I can refill. I can find a way to refill, but they're blank. And I've been meaning to do a little bit more sketching and stuff like that, and so I thought I could kind of put this on my desk for now. And I'm including this because it kind of will live, like, I have shelves underneath my desk, and I'm going to put it on the shelves on my desk there. And it will live there in case I do want to do some sketching, and I want to see if I'm going to have time to do that or if I'm going to end up doing that. But I just like how flopsy it is, so I did include it in this lineup. Now, for my job that I just got, so I'm going to be, I'm not going to be saying obviously where I work or any of that stuff, but I will say that I will be working in TV and film, and I'm going to be doing creative, and so I'm very, very excited for that. It's an excellent position. I am super, super stoked for it. It's exactly kind of going back to my roots and what I know how to do. And so I'm very, very excited for that. But I'm also very excited for this planner. So you might have seen this kind of kicking around before. I repurposed a planner I already had somewhat decorated. And this one, I was actually using this planner for when I was taking like MasterCards and online courses. And then I realized that like I had no time for any of that. And so I didn't really use it, but it was so cute that I absolutely had to repurpose it. And so the line is the company, it's a Canadian company, and that's the company that this ring-bound planner is from. I did have it stamped, monogrammed with my name. It is a leather planner. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. And it's a perfect kind of like sleek work planner that's all like business in the front, and then bam, you open it and just my like insane personality is exploding. But let's see what I have in here. So I've got this cute Nikuri postcard that I laminated that I got from their website. It's an artist that I love. We've got some bookmark things, post-it notes in here that I got from a book box that kind of match the vibes. I've got one of the postcards that I drew from back when I had like an Etsy shop where I drew these kinds of things. Now my Etsy shop is all about like knitting stuff and knitting accessories, which is fun. Another Nikuri little vinyl sticker here to decorate. I've got some washi in here if I want to. We've got this like Hello Kitty, but like spooky Hello Kitty pin. This is from Coffee Monsters Co. One of the freebie that she had that I kind of printed myself. A Kuromi sticker on here, and these were all like I have tabs on these up here on the dividers, but I've cut all these out myself. I think I did it by hand, to be honest with you. I just kind of cut them and then by hand made the tabs. I honestly don't remember, like, I think the papers here that I have behind all of these, I either like printed myself. I probably either printed myself, made them on Canva, or I used a print type that I already had at home from just like decorative papers from Michaels. So that's what's inside of this. This I got probably off Etsy a gazillion years ago, and so I honestly don't remember where it's from. But inside, this is one of my art stickers. The first part that I have set up here is I have an inbox here. So this is just going to be like an inbox and a list, so a to-do list, like a running to-do list that I might get for work. And I'm showing this now because I haven't started filling anything out yet because I literally just started. We've got some holidays here. We've got 2025 and 2026 calendar. This is from the continuation of that calendar, so disregard that. And yeah, again, so then we have the planner section. That's my first tab. Some more stickers, Coffee Monsters Cold Washi, and one of these that I've printed, and again I'm repurposing for this purpose. I got the Wanderings planner. I just picked it up off Amazon, and it comes with this full year basically for all of these tabs. We're starting in July, so I'm just gonna open it to a blank one so you can see the layout. So the way these are laid out is you have, again, every day of the week. It does start on the Sunday, which I'm not a huge fan of, but whatever. We're going to deal with it because I have enough space. I like that I have a space to write my timed meetings and stuff like that here, and then just a to-do list for every single day. And then the actual month looks like this. So you've got lots of space to write. There's a habit tracker. I'm probably never going to use this part. I might use it to do this, but I'm also just going to plan out like when shoot days are and things like that when I'm on set, or when I've got like a bunch of stuff in the office, or birthdays for people in the office and things like that. So that's the planner section. My next section is the project section. I can't remember who this sticker is from. I think originally the name for the shop, I get confused because originally the name for the shop was White Stag, I think, Stationery or something like that. And then the artist changed it, and I can't remember what it is now, but I will link it in the description of this video. So we've got a project section here, and in the project section I just have these notes from Paper Test Designs that I printed and cut myself. I got them off of her Etsy shop. These are random vinyls that I had around the house. I then have a meetings section, which is all just lined paper, and I'm just going to be dragging this with me when I have a meeting at work that I want to take notes on. So I'll bring that with me. And then I have a notes section here. So in the notes section, I'm going to cover again some stuff up. I just put just some dot grid paper, and I'm actually going to be using this like for all kinds of notes. So not just notes for the job, because that's going to go under meetings, but notes of things when I'm at work, if I think of writing stuff and I just want to write something down, not forget it. Personal notes, things like that. So that's what that's going to be for. And then I'm just using the back here as a page lifter. Then we've got another postcard. So this is by, let's see, Proud Daydreamer. That's a postcard by Proud Daydreamer that I've laminated. This is one of mine. This is Yum Yum the Ghost. And then we've got another, I have my old key card from when I was using this, the bullet journal. I was really hoping, yeah, see, it's the same artist as that one sticker. I will find it and I will note it because she's got some beautiful art. And then a Nickery, another little vinyl in here. And then I have a matching Sarasa pen here, one of the metal ones, the whatever locks they're called, the Grand, Sarasa Grand. And I have a 0.5 gel Sarasa Dry in there, and it just matches the whole vibe of the planner. I really, really like this setup. I think it's perfect. It is on the hefty side, but I just toss it in my bag or my backpack and I'm good to go. And then the book that I'm kind of working through. So I was in HomeSense again, and they have a giant book section, and it's always expanding. And so I always check it out, and they had this, and it's called the Anxiety Reset Method. Master your anxious mind in 12 weeks. And I have been finding myself to be more and more anxious, and I think a lot of that has to do with being like a mom, and like working and doing all the stuff that I want to do. And so I've been finding myself being very, very anxious a lot. And so I kind of wanted to work on that. And when I saw this, I really, really thought like, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. I'm actually going to give it a try. It's 12 weeks, and I think I can commit to 12 weeks of working on myself to help my anxiety if it works. But essentially, I'll just read the back for you guys here. The Anxiety Reset Method is a 12-week program designed to combat high-functioning anxiety using holistic solutions that address both the psychological and physical factors behind anxiety. Merging science with the spiritual and good health with good sense, this successful method addresses both mind and body to build resilience and change your relationship to anxiety forever. So I think it's pretty good. So I'll kind of skip, but it says over the course of 12 weeks, anxiety mindset coach, clinical hypnotherapist, nutritionist, and naturopath George Collinson will help you transform your relationship to anxiety with practices, weekly checklists, and key ideas sections. The method provides a clear pathway to overcome the pressure of high-functioning anxiety so you can build the resilience you need to thrive. I mean, this sounds like really, really great. And I like that every week you're going to have like something that you do. So it's not something you have to commit to doing every single day. But every week there's going to be something that you work on, which I really, really like some kind of practices that you do throughout the week. And so I'm really keen to start on this, and I think I'm going to get started on it pretty soon. I do want to settle into the new job right now for like at least this month, but I think in August I'm going to be starting this. And so I put that in with the planners just because I know it's not a planner, but it is somewhat of a workbook, and so I really thought that like it kind of worked, you know. And so that's what we're working with, and this little guy that I have off to the side. But that's essentially kind of where I'm at with my mid-year planner lineup. Let me know what you think about my downsizing of my planners. How long do we think it's going to last before I want to switch things around again and go back to like bullet journaling or something like that? One thing I will note is you don't see here, and I have shown it before, is you don't see my reading journal here. And it's because I've going to give that a break for a while. I realized that while I really enjoyed the decorating and putting time and doing that and rating books and checking books and all of that stuff, I don't have time to do that right now. And I want to just read for the sake of reading and not think about too many things afterwards or how I have to make a spread and write my notes and all of that. I just want to read for fun, you know? So you're not going to see the bullet journal reading planner for a bit, but that's okay. You know, things change, life changes. So I think I'm going to end it here. Tell me what you are using for your planners this year, and what you're liking. I'd love to know in the comments what you got going on as far as planning goes. And as always, I hope you guys stay magical, and I'll see you again for the next video. Bye.